Hill. This resident of the North End, as well as conducting business here in the North End, MSA Mortgage, sponsoring many activities in the local community. Chris purchased a building that sits at the corner of Fleet and Moon. So you're going to see two different addresses on the paperwork. The building, as far as the building department address, is the 2729 Fleet Street. It actually had been the entrance to the ground floor commercial space, which is what we're talking about. And the second address of the building you see on the plans is 22 Moon, which is the entrance for what has been the 4 residential units on the upper floor. So the two addresses only because the building has 2 separate entrances, and the building department treats it as a Fleet Street address. The storefront, as I remember, the building was owned by the Tello family for many years. While I was growing up, it was a butcher shop that the family owned land. Its most recent use was a photography, I won't call it a studio, but a photography business had been in that location. Technically speaking, the building is zoned as for residential and a store because it was the butcher shop. So technically the office use was not an allowed use, even though it had been a real estate office at one time and then the photography studio, etc. We're proposing to take the ground floor and the basement and make it into a residential unit. So this is going to be an all-residential building. That'll be a duplex unit. It'll be approximately 1,500 square feet of space. And we'll have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with the unit. It'll be a nice size unit. So there'll no longer be a residential, no longer be a commercial use of the building. I gave you a copy of what are the zoning code refusals, which are pretty standard in terms of what it is we're doing, meaning anytime you create a residential unit, you receive a violation unless you have a parking space within the building. I would say most buildings don't have garages. This building does not have a garage, so we don't have a parking space. And there's a requirement for 100 square feet of open space. The only space in this building is the lot that it's on. It's a small alleyway on the side that does not what would be required. All told would be 500 square feet of space for 5 units. So there is no backyard. There's no open space available. Those are the predominant violations. The last item listed there is that the basement hasn't had a use associated with it. It was, as far as we know, it was part of the commercial use for years, but once again, as was mentioned on that last proposal about the deck, there's no record at the building department of any use of the basement. So we have to declare a use for the basement, which would be residential. So that results in a floor area ratio violation, meaning you're adding additional square footage to the use of the building. Said, although it appears it's been used for years, it's that listed as a huge area. We do not have a date at the Board of Appeal. If you're familiar with Fleet Street, it's predominantly a residential street to begin with, and actually the residential use is the predominant and allowed use of the zone for that area.
Bill, do you have a rendering of the facade change?
Is anybody in the store right now?
No.
What's wrong with the store, right?
Yes, for a short time. It was, most commonly, it was the leak waterfront properties.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was what, as I said.
That's what it was for the long, it was about 5-6 years it was occupied.
Yeah, it stayed vacant for a long time, actually. You know, after the family stopped using it, and then the real estate office went in there.
But okay.
That's what we found.
Oh, what's next? Get ready to zoom in, Matt.
So, did you guys done a budget meeting yet?
No, we have that next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, you guys don't meet in August, so.
Yeah, all right, about
At 6 o'clock in front of the property, if anyone wants to come.
I'll be there.
Support. Any, council have questions?
The duplex, is gonna have 3 bedrooms, how about the other apartments?
They're all three bedroom.
They're all 3 bedrooms,
Three bedroom, two bath, actually. Actually, the first floor is a three bedroom, 1.5.
Any butters? Any questions from the audience?
I'll make a motion, I'll vote.
Anyone second? Okay.
Thank you, guys.